Hey man, excuse me. Question for you. Do you have a couple minutes for me to interview you about like mental health and emotional intelligence?
Sure.
Thanks, man. What's your name?
I'm Kamande.
Kamande. I'm Wes. Nice to meet you. So I'm going to ask you some questions like interview style, and I'd love to just hear your thoughts. And then there are going to be times when we can do like an EQ kind of test together. EQ being emotional intelligence.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of like go from like the cognitive like back and forth to like emotional development and like showing like maturity in that way. Is that okay?
Sure.
What is mental health to you?
I don't know. I feel like mental health refers to a whole spectrum of different things. Typically, like challenges that people face within themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of society focuses on the most severe of those challenges.
Right.
But as I said earlier, I think it's a whole spectrum, and a lot of the times all of us fall on it and move along it.
I agree. Yeah. What is emotional intelligence to you?
I think emotional intelligence is like your ability to understand and pick up on the experiences of others and how they're feeling.
Right.
Especially when they may not be telling you overtly. You've got to read between the lines.
The ability to pick up and understand others in what way?
And emotional intelligence being like how they're feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
How would you say emotional intelligence, the factor of like understanding your own emotional experiences or what's happening inside of you, where does that fit into like the broad umbrella?
Well, I think we're all experiencing life together, and starting with understanding yourself can help you understand other people. And a big mistake that a lot of people make, especially me, is believing that your own experience is one for one what someone else is going through.
Yeah.
Which is rarely the case.
Right.
So I think emotional intelligence is like being able, because we're never going to completely understand anyone else's perception of life or their experience of it.
Right.
But emotional intelligence is how close you can get to doing it.
Right.
How close you can get to feeling what someone else is.
Right.
feeling.
Yeah. When I think about emotional intelligence, I think about a spectrum between like repression, like everything is locked down, completely stoic, unfeeling robot, to like, really reactive, like super like hairpin trigger, like high reactivity. Where do you fall on that spectrum? Like if you had to put yourself somewhere, and I think you said very aptly, it does fluctuate.
Yeah.
So like, not all the time, but like generally.
I think it would be easier for someone else to make that observation about me.
Okay.
I'm too much of myself to be able to know. But
well said.
I think that I do fluctuate. Sometimes I feel like I feel everything and I feel it a lot. Other times I feel like I feel nothing and I don't feel it enough.
What constitutes the difference? Like where do you see the correlation when you do feel a lot or when you don't feel anything?
I think more so it depends on whether I want to feel that thing. Sometimes when
like
I
consciously.
Consciously. When I want to feel that thing, and I'm not feeling it enough, I'm aware of that, and I wish I could feel it more. Other times when I don't want to feel something and I am feeling it, I'm aware of that, and I wish I could feel it less, if that makes any sense.
Okay, this is really cool. Can you give me specific examples of like when would you?
I'm not the most emotionally intelligent person, so I struggle to...
Really?
I don't think so.
You don't consider yourself very emotionally intelligent?
Not as much as I would want to be.
Okay.
Growing up, my
that.
older brother always was and still is, so he's sort of my metric for that. And in comparison, I don't think I'm as with it as he is.
Emotionally.
Yeah, emotionally. I forgot the question.
I almost want to go down that path, but maybe I'll put a pin in that. But you were saying like there are situations where maybe you're feeling a lot and you want to feel less, or there are situations where you feel like you're not feeling enough and you consciously want to be feeling more.
Exactly.
And then you were kind of trying to think about a specific scenario.
Example. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to think of one off of my dome, but sometimes things get to me, and I wish they wouldn't.
Like what?
Just general emotions, anxieties, insecurities, bad stuff, generally. And then other times I feel like good stuff is going on, And I wish that I could feel it more, happiness, joy. Like, I'm in very happy situations and I'm like, fuck. Oh, sorry for cussing.
You can cuss, yeah.
I don't actually want to cuss.
Oh, okay. I'll edit that out.
I'm like, damn, I wish I could take in this moment more. One time I was at the beach this summer, and I really loved the beach, and I was having a great time physically, but I just always feel like, can I get more out of this? You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Did you
like
do
the
something?
best.
Like, were you able to kind of tune that happiness up when you thought about that?
I think my biggest thing is I hate when I get introspective and want to tune my happiness up or down. I feel like if you're at the beach and you're having fun, you shouldn't be thinking about how much fun you're having.
Kind of in your head or something.
Yeah. It's weird when you try and like level these things, and
Yeah.
I think it's better to just experience life, I guess, emotionally naked. Not in every situation, but in that one for sure, it would have been better to just have fun and not think to myself, am I having enough fun? Am I deriving enough joy from this? That kind of makes it too analytical.
Do you have a way that you kind of strip down to be more emotionally naked? Like, do you have ways that you can fluctuate that?
Well, typically I just make the decision to be like, I'm not going to look at myself right now. And I'm just going to be here. It works most of the time. Not entirely foolproof. I don't know. I haven't thought of anything better.
How about right now? How are you feeling in terms of being here, being present?
Right now I feel pretty great. I don't know. I was
Really?
like, yeah, I have a lot of work to do. I got to study a bunch today. I wasn't feeling too great about that. But this interview is great. Like, I don't know.
Are you feeling good?
Yeah.
Talking?
I would have never looked at myself today and thought of myself in this way. So,
How do you know it feels great? Like, so this is the EQ part.
Yeah.
So like if you tune in, how do you know that you're feeling great right now?
Sometimes I feel like feeling great is more so the absence of feeling bad.
Yes.
So like right now I don't feel bad. Maybe I feel good.
What? I mean, you're smiling.
Yeah.
There's like a lightness in your eyes.
Yeah.
You've got like, what?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I see that. I mean,
Yeah.
this is kind of like the emotional intelligence for both of us. I see that it's like affecting me.
Yeah, I guess that's.
There's a kind of buoyancy in your body right now. What are you feeling when I name that? Like when I reflect that to you?
I feel happier almost, I think, because I can see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I would have been just as happy if you didn't say that, but I wouldn't be able to look at my happiness. So I feel like right now I'm looking at it, which kind of makes it amplify on itself.
Isn't that interesting?
It is.
The kind of meta experience that we're having.
Yeah.
Where we're looking at your emotions. I'm kind of looking at mine too. And it does something. It's changing us a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I have a question for you.
Oh, I love it.
Do you think what we just did with like this happiness can be done with sadness? Like if you look at yourself when you're sad, you get sadder. You know what I mean?
I do. I do
Okay.
think it can happen.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think it can happen is because what you and I just did with happiness is we kind of took the filter off a little bit. I said, how do you know you're feeling good? He said, because I'm not feeling bad. And then we kind of let ourselves feel happy, right? Whereas like if you were in class or if you were at your job, you might push it down, push it away, or filter it. And you and I are kind of taking the filters off together. You can do the same thing with sadness. And a lot of times when we're feeling sad, the message we get around us is like, don't feel sad. Hey man, it's okay. You're good, right? Don't feel that. But what we could do is if you were feeling sad, we could be like, well, hold on. We can be sad. I'm sad with you. And kind of get out of the way and let that process. And so as a therapist, this is what I specialize in, is emotional processing. What we see happen is that processing sadness fully and healthily results in feeling more integrated, results in kind of metabolizing whatever made us sad so that we can kind of accept or move on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How does that sit with you?
No, I feel like I may have inadvertently done that before, you know? Yeah, I think sometimes when I'm sad, going back to my brother, one thing that he told me growing up was like, you should just be your emotion. Like you should, if you're feeling
I love
sad,
that. Yeah.
you can just feel sad. Because I would get really like sad about like little kid stuff.
Yeah.
And I would try to fix it and be like, no, I'm not really that sad. I'm almost done.
Exactly.
And he was like, if you're sad, just be sad.
How old were you guys?
He's much older than me. I was
Okay.
probably like maybe like 10 was happening, and he was like 18, 19. He was like a grown dude. So it was
That's
probably
so
pretty-
mature. And,
Yeah,
like,
easy for him to just tell me that.
How was that for you as a kid to have your brother being like, you can be sad?
It's pretty important. I still like, that's one of the few things. I'm sure he told me a bunch of stuff that I don't really remember, but I remember that a lot. Sometimes when I'm feeling really sad, I realize that being analytical and kind of cutting yourself up and being like, this is what's making you sad and this is why and this is how long you'll give yourself to get over it and like all of that stuff is not the vibe. Like, it's way more like to your benefit to just, I don't want to say ride it out, but yeah, ride it out and be like, I'm feeling this way and I'm going to let myself feel this way. So I try to do that sometimes. If something's got me down, I just let it get me down and then I let it go away.
I don't know how you're saying you don't think you're emotionally intelligent or that you, because that's advanced.
Thank you.
So many people don't, first of all, they're not aware, or they just steer clear of it because they were taught the opposite of what your brother taught you. Suck it up, don't feel that. That's weak.
Yeah. There's a lot of that, but I don't know. I try not to, because this isn't something that I do perfectly all the time. Either.
Sure.
But the times that I get over it the quickest is when I do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. What do you make of that?
I don't know. I feel like that's what you just said is what reminded me of all of that. Like, not to strip yourself down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that's what he said and what you said kind of concur.
Yes.
There must be some truth between both of us.
I think there is. There's a paradox that I see a lot in myself with emotions or with people that I talk to. The paradox is like if I actually feel this like uncomfortable thing or painful thing, it goes away quicker. It resolves.
Yeah.
So many people come to therapy because they've repressed so much and they have this accumulation of unresolved stuff. And we're trying to feel it so that it can get kind of filed away. And that's kind of what you're speaking to is you just said like when I let myself be or let myself feel, it works out.
Yeah.
I ride it out.
Yeah, definitely.
When was the last time you did that? Like, can you think of a time where that happened and you...
Probably like, honestly, like last night.
Oh shit.
Yeah, last night.
Okay.
I was pretty bummed last night.
What happened?
I was just like not, like, I don't know. It's like general vibe of life.
Yeah.
I guess I was seeing a lot of things. I feel like sometimes I put things off. And I'm like, I'll think about that later. And then last night I did.
It was time to think about it.
It was time to think about it. And I thought about a lot of things and it was like weighing me down and all of that. And yeah, I just processed it.
What did you do? How did you process it?
I was listening to music. I've been listening to this one song, like literally I discovered.
Was that what you were
yesterday.
listening to when I stopped you?
Yeah, I've been listening to it like on repeat. It's pretty good.
You want to share it?
Yeah, I would love to share it. It's called Death Cup by Mom Jeans.
Hold it up here.
Yeah, Death Cup by Mom Jeans. Pretty cool.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
So, I don't know, I've just been listening to it on repeat. And it feels like remedial a little bit, so I feel...
Interesting.
Much better. I don't know if I would say I sorted it out and dusted my hands off, but I'm going about my day and I feel like I gave it the attention it needed, so it's not really following me around.
I'm really very fascinated about what you're talking about because I wish everybody could have the skill that you're naming. Like you process stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's vital to our mental health, what you're talking about. Can you speak a little more to what happened? You were listening to the song last night. What was processing for you specifically? How did you process? Like, if you were describing to somebody who was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. Well, I will start by saying, as much as I do these things a lot, I don't do it as much as I want.
Okay.
And that, like, I do go about it the wrong way more often than I do the right way.
Okay.
So this is just
Noted.
a couple of the, like you called me at a good time that I guess yesterday I did kind of go about it the right way.
Yeah, tell me what went right
So,
or what you did.
I don't know. I literally just like, I went through it. I was walking home and it was raining, very cinematic.
Love it.
I was like feeling pretty sad and I was like, a part of me wanted to just be like, okay, let's put that off. Let's go like hang out with our friends or like go watch a movie or whatever. But then I got home and that song just came on my Spotify and it kind of prompted me to just do nothing else. And I'm like a person that can't do nothing. I can't meditate. I can't like do any of that, like just sitting still and thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at that at all.
Yeah.
But I did it yesterday.
How?
I was listening to the song and I was just in my kitchen, and for probably like maybe half an hour, I was just like thinking, I guess. I was just thinking about
Were you feeling or just
thinking? I think I was doing both. I was feeling, and then I was thinking about how I was feeling, and then I just kind of like, in a way, shrugged my shoulders, kind of just like, not like, oh, that's a shame, but like, oh, that's a shame. And I felt it, and I felt like I was done with it. So by the time that I went to bed, I didn't wake up this morning thinking like, I got to pick up where I left off. I felt like I was done. So that's not something I do often. I typically write a lot. That's what helped me. And I tried to do that too, but it felt really weird. It felt like I was forcing myself to. So instead of writing, I just did that instead. I think that's actually what prompted me to sit in the kitchen. I had my computer out and I wanted to write like a poem or something.
Right.
But it felt corny, it felt forced and like out of place.
Yeah, it does. It sounds corny when you, like, because we do judge that kind of thing. You were writing about your feelings, or you were writing a poem. And yet, it sounds like it was quite impactful for you.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing, going back to the EQ part of us right now, I'm noticing myself feeling impressed. And I kind of have a reverence inside of myself. I'm like, damn, like that, because I know that that's hard to do. And I'm hearing you say, I don't always do this. This is not the norm for me. It was difficult, and so I'm really appreciating you.
Thank you
for your ability to do that, and I'm really appreciating you sharing that with me right now.
No worries. This was probably like really good for me too, because I just got to talk about it. I was gonna go about my day and probably not think about it. So
how do you feel when I kind of share how you're impacting me?
I don't know. I also feel like proud. You know what I mean?
I do.
I feel like I didn't think I did anything great, but talking to you about it kind of makes it feel more important to me. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm happy that I did that.
Is this where your pride is?
I don't know.
Like, if you take a second to locate, like, where is your pride right now?
Probably around here.
Yeah,
probably around here.
Can we stay with that for like 2 seconds? Can you let yourself, like we did with the happiness, can you let yourself just lean into this pride for yourself?
Yeah.
Just kind of stay there.
Yeah.
I don't know. How does that feel?
I feel nice. I feel like I wouldn't have. This is pride that I was walking around with, I guess. Like, because it was inside me, right? Like,
yes.
But now I feel aware of it. So I feel pretty nice.
Yeah. What happens when you let yourself feel pride and you and I do that meta thing where we like let it grow?
I feel like I'm aware. Like, I know it's there now.
Yeah.
So I feel more pride.
Yes.
In a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How is that?
It feels great. I don't think I would have ever let myself, not let myself feel that. I just don't think I would have ever thought to feel that.
Taking the time.
Yeah.
What's it like to share it with me? You and I just met.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I've never had a therapist before. Spoken to a therapist in my life.
Yeah.
A bunch of my friends do, and I'm always like, that seems pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to talk about myself. Like, and I know that's not just what it is, but I feel like I would love. I don't think I've ever done this in my life.
Yeah. Like
share. It's also like, because with your friends or even with strangers or anyone you're talking to, it's kind of like, why should I talk about myself? I shouldn't like. I don't know if I would want to. Do you want to hear about that? Is what I think.
Yes.
And so sometimes I'm like, I don't really want to make you have to hear about all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool that I've done that today. I don't know if I'd ever do.
Did it feel cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
what was it about this that you liked? Like, why did this feel good, do you think?
I think like just looking at myself. I don't really look at myself that much.
Yeah.
And especially with anyone else. I've never practically ever looked at myself with someone else.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's cool. And it also makes it feel more real. Because like stuff like the happiness we just talked about, the pride we just talked about, those would have all been very like invisible things. I kind of just in my mind. But I guess now that we've talked about it, it's real, it's in the world. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
we made the unconscious conscious.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes it real. It gives it juice. And it, like, when we talk about pride or happiness, there's so much nutrient in those kinds of experiences. And I feel like that's what you're kind of drawing from. And I am too. I'm feeling it with you. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
I feel nice. I don't know. So I love doing interviews and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Especially when like my freshman year, I love coming to the park. And, I love doing interviews and stuff. But I don't know. Right now, I don't know why I didn't want to do an interview. I was
You
just
kind of
thinking
didn't
about
want to.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like half and half.
Yeah, I saw you kind of like.
Yeah. I don't know what I was considering. I couldn't tell you. But
What made you stop and talk to me? Like.
I have no idea. Maybe because like a lot of people say like do what you want other people to do to you, but I don't really like. That sounds pretty selfish. Like, does that mean the only reason I stopped to talk to you
It's for you.
is for me? Because that could have been me. I think it's more so just like you never know what you're gonna talk about. So
You were open.
yeah, you could have said something cool like this. So I'm glad that I stopped.
I'm
and
really
if it was
glad.
something that I didn't like, I guess I could just walk away. So,
Yeah.
You lose more by like not doing stuff. So I just didn't.
I think you're very open.
Thank you.
I think you're very secure. I think you're very emotionally intelligent.
Thank you. Thank you, man. That makes me feel nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Where do you feel that? Yeah.
Where do I feel that?
Yeah, you said it makes you feel nice.
I feel like I feel everything here always. Everything's in my chest. Apart from though like bad stuff, like sadness and all that. I feel like that's in my stomach, like my abdomen.
Yeah, that's usually where like anxiety
Yeah.
is.
So
And
this
right
is,
now
like,
you're-
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you talking to me.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let my emotion a little bit more. It means a lot to me.
Thank you.
I think you're exceptional.
Wow.
You're the most emotionally intelligent person I've talked to today.
Wow.
And I wish that more people gave themselves opportunities like you did last night, because I think it speaks to a high degree of emotional health.
Thank you.
And so I feel very honored that we've captured this, that we can show people this.
Yeah.
Because I want people to learn from you,
Thank you.
take something away.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah.
This was great.
Can I ask you one more question?
Of course.
Well, if somebody was watching this interview or listening to this and felt like they got a lot from you, like connected to you, resonated with your story, and wanted to know how you did what you did last night, how you're doing what you're doing now, what would you impart to somebody who felt like they connected with you on what you've shared?
I don't know. I feel like you should just never be too self-analytical. Never try to explain yourself, break yourself down too much. At the end of the day, like, feeling's sort of meant to be the easiest thing, you know? So I think it's about, like, simplifying it. A lot of the time, like, anxiety, like, sadness, what have you, all comes from looking at yourself too much, prodding with yourself too much, trying to figure out what went wrong, where, why, how to fix it, how soon.
Right.
And and you start just ruminating and all that. I think to combat that, the solution, and I make it sound like I know, but what I've seen works for me sometimes, very, very, like, few times, but it does, is just like not looking at yourself too much. Okay, I'm sad, I'm anxious, I'm happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And just letting it be, going through it all. Because if you don't, it's going to come back later in your day, or in your week, or in your month, or in your life. So, just being as honest as you can with yourself. That's also to me. I'm not just saying this.
You're saying it to yourself, too.
Yeah, I'm also just saying it to me, too. So,
Yeah, I
Probably.
appreciate the reminder, and I think that's a really impactful insight that you're bringing.
Thank you so much.
And you walk it. You're not just saying it, you've walked it.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Really
that.
appreciate your time.